Superhero movies are all the craze nowadays. There's always a superhero movie that comes out every single year and gets a lot of attention. Marvel has taken the world by storm. DC is extended as well as trying to catch up as far as it's gonna go. And there's a lot of other movies out there that are a part of the two brands but not a part of the cinematic universe, and it still gets great attention. Whenever a superhero movie is made into a live action feature, people jump out of their beds to go see it. A lot is made into animated movies or animated TV shows, but are they incredible? What in this world can be considered incredible? Well, I think I found the answer. Now this is more like it. How about a movie where an entire family are superheroes and not a group of people who aren't family members superheroes? That's a great concept, and that must make them incredible. Oh wait, their last name is Incredible? Not saying their last name is Incredible, the actual word incredible is their last name? Oh no wait, their last name is Parr. And the film is titled The Incredibles, so is that their team name? Did they take the last name of the superhero, or they just like the word? Well, now that I just killed your mind, you have a big dude named Bob. Great name. He has superhuman strength like the Hulk. That's why he's incredible. He's the main focus and always risks his life to protect his family and civilians. He's stressed out at work, a lot to the point where he don't give two fucks about his son getting detention at school, and he'll throw his boss through a wall and break his neck. That's Bob. Stays up all night listening to the radio for any danger with his buddy Mr. Freeze, or Frozone, voiced by Samuel Jackson. And we already know what his powers are considering his name, so yep, great team. The film is set in a time where supers are all dead and the suburban society has taken over, so anyone who is a super has to keep it quiet and live a normal life, which kinda sucks. It's just like the plot to Watchmen, one of the best superhero comics of all time, turned into a movie. Superheroes are torn apart, and they must now live in a quiet society and not use their powers, while they slowly start to realize the threat that's coming, and they soon come back from retirement to face that threat. That's Watchmen, and that's also The Incredibles. Back to it. Bob is married to Elastigirl. It should be Elastawoman because she's... Anyway, her ability is stretching and whispering in people's ears to be more flexible. Okay, that sounded weird. But yeah, they're married, started a family, had 3 kids. Violet, who's the oldest and a teen that people can relate to in high school, she's a bit of a loner. She has a crush on a hot teenage boy at her school, and her ability is invincibility, as well as generate an impact-resistant force field, so she kinda has 2 different powers. The second child, Dash, is secretly Sonic the Hedgehog in a human disguise. Nah, I'm just kidding. He's actually the Flash. No, I'm just kidding. He's actually Speedy Gonzalez. Alright. For real this time. He's actually a troublemaking kid with super speed who gets away with everything. Great kid. And then there's Jack, who's like the spawn of the devil. I mean, look at this. How else can you describe it? That kid's evil. I don't trust that cute look. And that's the Parr family. They're incredible, aren't they? Even though they get at each other's throats, they must stick together to fight a new threat that comes to town. Now, let me sit here on my comfortable couch by my fireplace and put on my reading glasses. See, when Mr. Incredible was solo, a Star Wars story, he had a #1 fan called Buddy, or Incredible as he called himself. He was rejected by Bob and let loose a French villain. So now he's torn apart, and years later, he's now Syndrome with great looking hair. He sets up a trap for Bob, who loses a great amount of weight with a workout montage, gains a new outfit from Edna Mode, who's actually voiced by the director of the movie, Brad Bird, who also made The Iron Giant. She's a great character who's pretty calm throughout the movie and hates capes, which is a hilarious point this movie makes. Heroes with capes always get themselves killed in serious situations. They just weren't a Thor or a Batman or a Superman. They were low-key, so that sucks. Anyway, Bob is set up, meets a hot chick working for Syndrome, has a nice apartment, confronts Syndrome, who has a giant fucking robot who killed half of Earth's superheroes, which was all a part of his plan to make it out as if he's the only hope for the world. Now this is a superhero movie, so obviously there's action, right? What superhero movie doesn't have action? Helen, Dash, and Violet travel together to find Bob, and their airplane is taken out by a bunch of drones, and it's a spectacle to behold. This film came out in 2004, and the animation looks great. As the years went on, the animation never stopped looking so good. So Disney can do it all with animation, right? And not divide fans over anything else. Brad Bird brought back his crew who worked with him on The Iron Giant, an animation film with all human characters. Good movie, but was a box office failure when it first released. So now they had to up the ante, more 3D looking all human animation film. So new technology was created for human anatomy. The skin, the hair, everything had to look perfect. And they did a pretty good job. The city, the atmosphere, characters we look up to, characters we love to hate, and an epic spectacle at the end with a giant robot running amok and Syndrome getting his ass beat, making his brilliant plan backfire. Probably my favorite scene in the whole movie is when Bob and Helen are discussing which route to take in an RV going out of control.
Great! We missed it!
You asked me how to get there, and I told you. Exit attraction.
That'll take me downtown!
He's coming up. Get in the right lane. Take
We don't exit attraction!
You're gonna miss it!
That's how everyone needs to turn in a car. Just scream randomly like someone just sold your most beloved dog or something. Everyone also knows this famous scene with Frozone and his wife.
Super suit? You tell me what my suit is, woman! We are talking about the greater good!
Greater good? I am your wife. I'm the greatest good you are ever gonna get.
Great married couple. But the end battle with the giant robot is amazing. Something you expect in a superhero movie, but in an animation movie from Disney mostly meant for kids, would you expect this? Yep, he died. Obviously, they didn't show the aftermath of what happened to him, but imagine if they actually showed his guts spilling out all over the jet engine. That would have been disgusting and something to behold while your child sits next to you and asks, "Mommy, Daddy, what were all those Hawaiian punches doing on the plane?" Anyway, lo and behold, we move on. 3 months pass, Violet has her hair back, and her crush asks her out on a date. And Dash is actually competing for sports, which was a big argument point between Bob and Helen earlier, but Dash has to keep his powers hidden so he doesn't win a lot. And everyone starts going crazy.
Don't give up! Make it close!
Second place!
Wow. A new villain named the Underminer comes from the underground and declares war, which sets up a sequel, right? Yep, a sequel that took 14 years to make. Jesus, 14 years. Imagine people who were really hardcore fans of the first having to wait that long. Some of them probably died tragically of disease or car accidents and never got to see a well-deserved sequel to something they love so much. And if that has happened, my hearts and prayers go out to them. But again, like I said before, lo and behold, okay, what was that? The Incredibles, a great Pixar animated film. Brad Bird made a classic with this one. His move from 2D to 3D was a bold one. Bringing in his old crew from the Iron Giant must have been a great reunion. The details in the body, the skin, the hair are amazing. Syndrome got praised as a great villain, appearing in several lists. It's gotten a rare A+ on audience polls. And Jack Jack Attacks, which showcases what the hell happened with the babysitter Dash and Violet hired. And Jack Jack is an evil kid. Evil. Well, after everything, with great action, kids witnessing their parents murdering people and not giving a hoot if they caused it themselves, great villain, great characters, great animation, and a nice film to place along with the Avengers, and Watchmen, and Fantastic Four, I think it's safe to say that this movie truly is incredible.
You married Elastigirl? Oh, and got busy!